Okay, you're going to be doing nuclear equations. I don't know why this can't, it's not writing. Now, just the way we did equations before, your reactants must equal your products. Okay? So remember before when we did balancing? Okay, now, this is just a little different. You're going to be using those particles that I showed you on the notes last week. The bottom number is still your atomic number. And this is going back to the first couple of weeks of chemistry class. The top number is your mass. Okay, remember when we did protons, neutrons, electrons, all that stuff? And this is your nuclear symbol. So that top number is your mass number and the bottom number is your atomic number. Now, each side must equal. So if on my reactant side I have 14, that means my product side must equal to 14. So 14 plus what is going to give you 14? 0. Yep. Now my atomic number, same thing. It's a 6. 7 plus what will give me 6? 7 plus 1 will give me 8. A -1. So you'll have a -1. And that's going to be this particle. Now, if you look at your notes from Thursday, you're going to be using a particular particle, right? I don't know why it's... My stylus is not working. It's getting a little rough. Okay. And so that's your equation. All right? You're going to be using your alpha particle, your beta, your positron, one of those, okay? Let's look at the next one. And you're going to tell me what's going to go in here. So if on this side I have 256, what are you going to do to that side, to the product side? -4. A -4? Plus, it's going to be a regular 4, right? Because 252 plus a regular 4 is going to give me that 256.
Oh, so we're adding whatever.
Remember that's the product side must equal the reactant side. Because if you put a -4, unplug me, huh? Unplug. Completely. It should be out of your ear. Okay, remember that is going to add up to the same thing that you have on the reactant side. So 252 plus the 4 gives you that 256. We see that? Okay, who's not there?
It's like from right to left.
The reactant side must equal to the product side. So if I have 256 over here on the reactant side, this needs to total 256. Okay? Here I have 103, so these two must equal 103. So 101 plus 2 gives me that 103, correct?
What is that, like MCl or MD or?
This is an MD. Okay, now how is it that I'm going to look for my symbol? Well, remember, does the atomic number change?
No.
No, that proton identifies your atom, right? So look at your periodic table. Which element gives me an atomic number of 2? Helium. So that's how I know that this is my symbol in there. And this is my alpha particle. Okay? We see that? That bottom number will always... Pay attention to what we're doing. That bottom number will always tell you what atom you have, what symbol you have. Okay? If my bottom number had a 6, what would have been my symbol?
Carbon.
Carbon, very good, because that's your atomic number. Okay, we see that?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we need to do another example? One more? Okay, let's do another example. Do something... something that's going to give you an element. Let's do an oxygen with an 18 mass. my beta. Okay. So what's going to go here? What's my number on top going to be?
Is that an
It's going to be 18. Very good.
Yes, and 9.
negative 10?
This is a negative 1, yes.
So that's negative 10?
So a 9 plus a negative 1 gives me an 8. Okay. Heaven, we need to be unplugged. Okay, so what's my symbol? Huh?
Alright, yeah. Fluoride.
Wait. What is that? Is that a 10? No, it's an E.
Oh my
That's an E.
No.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Look, Kevin thought it was negative 10.
And are we looking at our periodic table? Mijo, we should be on the other side.
Go to 102.
So you can see the actual atomic number. And we need to be on task. 9, that's why you have that F right there, because that bottom number tells you what symbol you have. Yes?
You don't have like any extra periodicity?
I don't think
I
so.
do.
By the end of the year, I'll check.
I do.
Okay, where do we have a question here? Do we see this? We got it? Okay, when I ask you to do those nuclear equations, that's what you're gonna do. That's on the middle part of your worksheet there. Okay, do we need another example? Get off the phones.
One more.
Get off the phones. One more?
So, negative 1, what would the particle be? Hydrogen?
No. You have the E there.
Oh, so if it's a negative, it's an E.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's do something like,
Oh, 1 through 3 are notes from Thursday?
let's do, I haven't looked at 1 through 3 yet. I'd have to read what that is. We're in the middle part of your worksheet right now. Okay. All right, let's do one more. Okay. All right. So if this was your equation, what would be on top? A 0, because 60 and 0 will give you the 60. What about the bottom? Negative 1. And when you have 0 with a negative 1, that's going to be your particle. So it's going to be the E. Very good. Okay. And that's it. Is that a little better? Huh? Anytime you have the 0 on top with either the plus or the minus. Remember I gave you the list of particles, including the alpha particle, last Friday. So you're going to look at those. Okay? We good? If you don't have a 0 on top, sometimes you might have an N with a 0 on the bottom. Okay? Now guys, sometimes you might have something with a coefficient. Like let's say you have 1 over 0 and with a 3. This means you're going to multiply just like you would with a coefficient. So 3 times 1 is what? 3. And 3 times 0? Is 0. And this is actually what you'd be working with on that equation. Okay? That's going to happen, something like that's going to happen on letter E. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and